To the third sign in the zodiac, where everything starts from Aries. And the third sign, because it is the third sign within the first season, and therefore its quality being mutual, it is Gemini. So on your index card, you might want to write as the headline, Gemini, Mercury, in brackets, Yang Mercury or Outer Mercury, and the third house. And as the subtitle, the element is air. It is mutable and it is yang. And that's why we want to see Mercury, the ruler of Gemini, as from the yang side, from the outgoing side, which I would always recommend because we had Venus before. Venus' first sign is a yin sign. So basically, if we want to have like priorities, Venus' priority is more of a yin rulership in the first place, right? Because its first sign in the zodiac is Taurus. Whereas Mercury, the first sign in the zodiac, is a yang sign. So Mercury has more of a tendency to be nervous and outgoing than the yin sign of Mercury, which we'll learn later with Virgo. So Gemini, being the third sign, being the element of air, being yang and mutable. I just imagine air within itself is an element that is restless by itself. The mutable quality adds to that, and the yang adds even more to that. So we do have an archetype of restlessness. And as the air elements correlate with our mental activities or the mental body, and therefore also with everything that goes through and in our nervous system, we have a certain nervous restlessness. And as the element of air, like air in this room, is like constantly moving, and a yang air that is like outgoing is basically what I'm doing right now. My thoughts come out of my mouth in a yang way. So Gemini has everything to do with any form of communication. Primarily so with any form of intellectual, mental, or communication of thoughts. Not necessarily beliefs. We get to that when we come to Sagittarius. But of course, in order to express my beliefs, I do need language. So therefore, the archetype of Gemini is clearly language and languages. Because as we know, there are more languages than just one. On this plane of Mother Earth, in this universe of duality, there cannot be just one language, even though there is just one language, but that's the universal language. But Gemini, in its like restless, and another archetype, interests, like not on the bank account, not that interest, but it's always interested, it's curious. So it's the curiosity about figuring out this endless diversity within the manifested creation, and all the little bits and pieces and this and da. So there's a restless need to kind of like explore in a mental and intellectual way the diversity of what there is or appears to be.